I'd like to welcome you to our Beyond Times Square webinar today. We are here to talk about how you can help your clients unwrap New York City experiences in some very unique ways with the new Beyond Times Square signature experiences. And here to tell you more is Carole Peck. Carole, take it away.
Thank you, Lee. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Carole Peck, the Marketing and Product Development Coordinator at Beyond Times Square. Thank you for joining me for today's webinar. I am super excited about today's presentation because I have some very exciting news to share. Now, if you're familiar at all with Beyond Times Square brand, you know that we're all about the next level travel experiences. And today, I get the pleasure of announcing the newest way you can give that experience to your valued clients, thanks to the launch of our BTSQ signature experiences. And I not only get to make that announcement, but I also get to tell you about the amazing property we have partnered with. Plus, I'll tell you about our new lineup of luxury travel packages and how they're going to cater to the specific and varied travel passions of your sophisticated guests. But don't worry if you miss anything, because all attendees of this webinar will receive early access to the new BTSQ signature destination brochures, both branded and white labeled. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's start off with what's new in New York City this summer and fall. There's always something new to see in the city. In fact, as things open, or if I read about a restaurant or activity, or my favorite, a new rooftop bar I wasn't familiar with, I actually add it to a list I keep in my own iPhone notes. So here are just a few of those new things that I came across, and of course, I've already added to my personal trusty list. First up, the Malibu Barbie Cafe. It's an immersive pop-up that just opened yesterday, actually, and is only open through September 15th. What can you expect? Be prepared to be taken back to 1971 when Barbie made her debut. The cafe is filled with Barbie nostalgia and lots of pink. In fact, there is pink everywhere. There'll be photo ops galore, as well as fun foods like rainbow pancakes and candied bacon. There's also a beach, thank you Malibu Barbie, and plenty of merchandise for sale. It's located in the South Street Seaport area, and reservations are required, so make sure your clients plan ahead. Also new this summer, it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and there's no shortage of celebrations planned in the city where it all happened. And yes, that would be New York City, or specifically the Bronx. Among these are the Brooklyn Information and Culture, or the BRICS, Hip Hop 50th Anniversary Weekend. That's taking place August 11th and 12th and features up-and-coming artists, seasoned veterans, DJ battles, and dance competitions. And finally, we have the Richard Gilder Center for Education and Innovation, which also just opened last week. This is the much anticipated new addition to the American Museum of Natural History. The Richard Gilder Center boasts spectacular architecture that was designed to spark curiosity, along with the expeditions and immersive experiences. It also features one-of-a-kind experiences, including an insectarium, a butterfly vivarium, floor-to-ceiling collection displays, and more. And it also connects to the rest of the American Museum of Natural History on 4 separate floors. And I also hear that the architecture of this building is out of this world. So if you can picture it, the interior is that of arching walls and bridges and caverns, and that's just a taste of what's inside. No wonder it's being called New York's most exciting new building. And of course, it's on my list to check out. Okay, that's a sneak peek at what is new in the city. Now it's time to get down to Beyond Times Square business. Okay, we know that it can be daunting when you're planning a getaway to the Big Apple for your client. I mean, with its variety of offerings, from iconic attractions to exciting activities, all those Broadway show options, and don't forget dining and hotel options, it's a lot, right? Well, that's why our brand new Beyond Times Square signature experiences are your perfect solution to unwrapping your client's vacation experience in a way that their hearts desire. So you may be wondering, what exactly are BTSQ signature experiences, Carole? Well, let me elaborate. The BTSQ signature experiences are private luxury tour and hotel packages curated by our seasoned Beyond Times Square travel experience designers. They help sophisticated travelers unwrap our destinations in a unique way for a once-in-a-lifetime memory. And of course, all of the elements in these packages can be customized to your client satisfaction. If you want to add a tour, include additional transportation, or extend your client's hotel stay, our experience designers will make it happen. Every BTSQ signature experience bears our company name to show our commitment to supreme hospitality. Now, let's talk about the hotel that we've partnered with to make this happen. It is the luxurious, timeless, and oh so elegant 5-star Pier Hotel. This landmark hotel opened in 1930, and it's actually been revered as the quintessential monument to the city's affluence, as well as the remarkable embodiment of exceptional service. And what's the location? Pure perfection, of course. It's situated right on New York City's famous Fifth Avenue, which means there's plenty of luxury and high-end shopping steps away. Plus, it's directly across the street from that world-famous park, Central Park. Now, thanks to our partnership with this Taj Hotel, and it is only one of 2 Taj properties in the U.S., by the way, we have very competitive hotel pricing, and get this, the hotel costs, including all the taxes and the facility fees, they're all included in the package pricing, which means you, as travel advisors, get commission on it all. Yep, let me say that again. The total package price includes taxes and the facility fee for the hotel, and it's all commissionable. Plus, our packages are available in many different number of nights combinations, as well as room categories to satisfy your client's specific needs. And before you ask, because I know you will, because I would, we do not sell the Pier separately. It is only sold with complete packages, as it should, really, because we all know that when your clients get to the city, they're going to want to see and do things. So why not get them pre-booked for experiences and get commission on those tours, activities that they're going to partake in anyway. All right, let's now talk about what you can include with this fabulous property that we're offering now. So during the first quarter of this year, we launched some pretty incredible new offerings in New York City, including 15 half-day experiences, 9 full-day experiences, and 5 multi-day experiences. But don't worry, I'm not going to go into detail on each and every one. There are 29 of them, including seasonal tours. I just want to give you a highlight of some of my favorites, actually. Let's start with our multi-day experiences. So, for example, we have what we call our classic and premium packages, which are great for your first-time visitors to the city. And they both offer very similar components, with the premium package being more of an upgrade to those components. So they will include your hotel accommodations at the Pier, round-trip airport transfers, Broadway show tickets, which would be standard orchestra or mezzanine seating for the classic package, and then an upgrade to premium seating for the premium package. The classic package is going to include the choice of a 4-hour private walking tour, and the upgrade for the premium package would be instead of a walking tour, it would be a 4-hour private tour via luxury vehicle. Also included is your client's choice of general admission to some of the best museums in New York City, and their choices are the Museum of Modern Art, or MoMA, the American Museum of Natural History, and that brand new wing that we just spoke about, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which most of you know as the Met, or the Museum of Broadway, which, by the way, the Museum of Broadway, so excited about that. It just opened late last year, and it is a completely immersive experience that's going to wow your clients, especially if they are Broadway fans. Now, our other multi-day experiences on this page, they include our Best of New York City 2- and 3-day packages, which are also great for your first-time visitors, as well as our new VIP shopping and pampering package. Now, that includes 1 day with a personal shopper, and then the next day at the beautiful QC New York Spa on Governor's Island. If you're not familiar, Governor's Island is just a short ferry ride from Lower Manhattan, and it offers amazing spa experiences with the backdrop being that of the fabulous New York City skyline. And also, before I forget, I want to mention that your follow-up email after the webinar will also include a sample of what a hotel-inclusive package looks like. So it'll be based on a 2-night hotel accommodation, transportation, and tours. However, just because it's based on 2 nights, don't worry. As I said before, we have many room and night combinations available to satisfy your client's needs, but you will be getting a sample of that in the materials that we send to you after this. So let's move on to our full-day experiences, which we currently have 9. Among these include a unique build-your-own private tour, which can be centered around your client's particular interests. So say they're foodies. We can do some food tours throughout the day and perhaps get them dinner reservations at a Michelin-starred restaurant. Or if they're into museums, they can get a private tour of several of them throughout the day with an expert guide or a museum ambassador. And we can even include our pre or post MoMA opportunity that we offer to avoid the crowd. Or perhaps they are into gardens. There's plenty of options for private tours of beautiful, both well-known and not so well-known gardens throughout the 5 boroughs. Then we have our full day experience that's centered entirely around the kiddos. This is called All Things Kids. This experience would include a pre-opening FAO Schwartz Toy Store private tour with one of their very own toy soldiers, a visit to the Central Park Zoo, and a fun and educational scavenger hunt at the American Museum of Natural History. Moving on, we also, for history buffs, have our History Highlights of New York City tour, which starts with a walk across the infamous Brooklyn Bridge and continues into Lower Manhattan, which your clients are going to see like never before, walking in the footsteps of the early settlers. There's a stop for lunch at the historical Francis Tavern, which is a national landmark building, and it actually once served as a watering hole for many of the founding fathers of the U.S. And then the day ends with a private 90-minute tour of the iconic Empire State Building with one of their official ambassadors. And okay, one more. This one is super cool, and it's the one we call What's Up in the Air. This one starts with one of the city's fabulous observation decks. So your clients get to choose either a VIP private guided tour of the top of the Rock, which is at Rockefeller Center, or a VIP express pass to the Empire State Building. After that, it's off to a private guided skyscraper tour featuring some of the tallest buildings in the city. And then it all ends with the grand finale, a private helicopter tour over the Manhattan skyline where your clients will get an overhead view of everything they looked out from and up at throughout the day. Also included in our full day experiences, we have a full day Manhattan highlight private experience, of course, great for first time visitors again. We have our day well spent in Brooklyn experience. We have an art and architecture wonders of New York City experience, a Central Park fun private experience, and our Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, and 9/11 Memorial Museum full day experience. Next up will be our half day experiences. Currently, there are 15 of these. All right, first up, if your clients don't have much time in the city, they can take that full day, build your own private tour and make it a half day one. And just so you know, this build your own experience doesn't have to center around a particular theme. Even if they have no one particular interest or are interested in all kinds of topics, maybe they're celebrating a birthday or an anniversary or are just looking to get the most out of their time in the city, no worries. Our experienced designers can develop a customized package for them that includes a little bit of everything. And of course, New York City is a foodie's paradise, and we have plenty of options for your foodies. We have our private New York City Pizza and Gelato Challenge, which this one is really fun because your clients get to rate the pizza from 3 different pizzerias and gelato from 2 different gelateries, and perhaps have a friendly discussion with their tour mates as to why they chose what they did. And this one is great for families or for groups of friends. Also on the foodie side, there's our brand new exclusive to Beyond Times Square experience, our bagel making, Kregel, and donut experience. This lets your clients try their hands at bagel making. They'll also get to see one of the newest crazes, Kregels, which are part bagel and part croissant, were first created. And they'll end on a sweet note with a trip to the donut shop. And speaking of sweets, how about a private cupcake tasting experience to 4 of the best cupcake shops in Lower Manhattan, where not only will they get to taste a diversity of heavenly cupcakes, they'll also get to rate them on everything from presentation to frosting quality and style to moistness and crumb density. Basically, they get to play food critic in the yummiest of ways. So also included in our half-day offering, told you there was a lot of these. We have another one for foodies. It's called Eating Your Way Through Manhattan Food Experience. We also have our very popular 9/11 Memorial and Museum Tour and One World Observatory experience. There's a private bike experience at Central Park or a Brooklyn Bridge highlights bike experience. Then also in Central Park, we offer a private horse and carriage ride experience. For those that want a fabulous view from up high, we have that private In NYC helicopter experience. But if they prefer to keep their feet on the ground, we also have a private New York City walking tour, where your clients get to choose the neighborhood they want to explore and learn more about, and will do so with an expert professional licensed tour guide. And last but certainly not least, our private Brooklyn graffiti tour and workshop, where your clients get to create their very own mural and take it home as a souvenir. Up next, let's talk a little bit about another brand new offering that we have for 2023. This is our 4th of July celebrations, and they're not only taking place in New York City, but also in Washington, DC as well. These are 4th of July fireworks dinner cruises with walking tours. And as the name suggests, there are 2 components to them. They both include a 4-hour walking tour of your client's choice in the morning, and then later in the day, a luxurious evening dinner cruise on the water surrounding Manhattan or DC, complete with top shelf open bar, entertainment, and of course, those fabulous firework displays that both cities put on, which would be the Macy's fireworks display in New York City, of course, and then the National Mall fireworks display in Washington, DC. And of course, for our New York City experience, don't forget to add accommodations at our 5-star Pier Hotel. Now with these 2, I do have to tell you, space is very limited on the cruise portion, and all sales are scheduled to close in mid-June. So if you have clients right now that are looking at the 4th of July in New York City or DC and they're kind of on the fence, book them now before we sell out, because it's guaranteed to sell out since it is limited availability. All right, let's go to our exclusive Thanksgiving Day parade viewing party. I just want to remind everybody, we've talked about this in past webinars, but our exclusive Thanksgiving Day parade viewing party, which is held at Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse, is back on for 2023. If you're not familiar, it's an exclusive indoor parade viewing brunch, and it is the way to watch the parade in style and experience a Thanksgiving morning like no other. Your clients will be treated to a fabulous hot breakfast buffet, picture-perfect views of the parade's floats and balloons from a private event venue, and they'll receive the highest quality of service and hospitality while they're at it. Look, folks, we're talking fabulous fare here, right? Including unlimited mimosas and Bloody Marys, a must for any holiday morning in my household. Entertainment for the adults and the kids, and that will include a DJ, Broadway performers, a balloon maker, a face painter, and a characterist. And again, I must tell you, this event has sold out the last 2 years, and the rates do increase as we get closer. So again, if you have clients who are on the fence, reach out to them now to get those early bird rates, which are the lowest rates available, and of course, before it sells out. And with that, I want to thank you guys for attending today's product learning session with Beyond Times Square. It truly was my pleasure to introduce you to our new BTSQ signature experiences, as well as all the most wonderful new luxury product offerings our team has put together so far this year. And stay tuned, because we have great new experience plans in DC as well, and they're going to be unveiled sometime this summer. Have a fabulous rest of your day, everyone.
Carole, thank you so much. It's so exciting. And we've got a couple of questions here. I want to encourage the audience, if you have questions for Carole, you can send those in now. The go-to webinar panels over on the right-hand side of the screen. Just click that little orange button if you're not seeing it, and that should open it up. Carole, how far in advance do advisors need to start working with you on some of these packages? Is it something that can be done last minute, or is advanced planning required?
As usual, we always tell our advisors, the more notice you give, the better. That way we have more availability, whether it be the hotel portion or whether it be one of our helicopter tours or whatever they're looking to add. We do last minute, but we would prefer if it's the more notice, the better for our destination designers.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Carole, can you tell us a little bit about the history of Beyond Times Square? Did it have a previous name? Has it always been Beyond Times Square?
It has always been Beyond Times Square, and we have actually been around for 20 years. So we were established in 2003, and we've always been known as the New York City expert. But what a lot of people haven't realized is since the inception of Beyond Times Square, we've actually covered the other destinations. So you heard me talk about DC, and if you've attended some of our webinars in the past, you may have heard about some of our lesser known destinations that we also cover, which would be like Boston, Philadelphia, and then we do some day trips to some what we call secluded destinations in the Northeast. So yeah, we've been around. This is the name we've had. We haven't been anybody else. And 20 years now. Yep, 20 years. We're getting old.
And then is Beyond Times Square affiliated with any consortias?
We're Virtuoso, preferred on-site vendor. We are a member of Ensemble. We are a member of Signature Travel Network. We're preferred with them, and Travel Leaders Group as well.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure.
What about, let's see, we have someone who would like some customizable flyers. I know Danny is going to be reviewing all the questions afterwards, and I know she usually has some white label materials. Do you know if she's got anything set up for Thanksgiving promos?
Yep, she absolutely does. So as I stated earlier, we will be sending out materials afterwards. So if there's something in particular that you're looking for, that like Thanksgiving flyer, absolutely. If you could have that on our question sheet, I'll make sure that Danny gets that.
Okay. And then, are you able to give sort of a price range on some of the packages that you discussed today?
I am not able to give out prices over this webinar. However, when you receive our information after the follow-up, you will have all that at your fingertips.
Okay, very good. Thanks. The dinner cruise, is it only available for 4th of July in New York and DC?
That is correct. And that is one of we always say that our FIT tours are always private tours, or they can be made private. And I always say when I'm talking, there are some exceptions to the rule. So this dinner cruise is actually we actually have bought into this dinner cruise for your clients. This luxury dinner cruise, and it's a fabulous one. That's why we're very confident offering it. But we are only offering it on 4th of July at this time. And if it's a hit, then I'm pretty sure we're going to come up with some others, because I know there's Mother's Day brunches that people are interested in cruising. And I myself am just such a fan of getting out on the waters around the big cities, because I think it just gives you such a fabulous perspective of the city from seeing that and seeing the skyline, the city skyline from the water. So stay tuned. Hopefully it's successful on our end, and we can continue offering it in different capacities other than 4th of July.
All right, excellent. Thank you. Um, and what about day trips from New York City? Do you offer day trips that venture out a little bit?
We do. Currently, our day trips from New York City would include a trip to the Niagara Falls, which everybody's familiar with Niagara Falls, right? I don't think I have to elaborate on that. We have a trip to there, and we also have a wine tasting experience that is out in Long Island. So that's actually going to a winery, having a private lunch, a private wine tour, basically spending the day out there. So those are the two main ones that we're offering currently from the city.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent. Thank you. The bikes in Central Park, do you know if e-bikes are available, or are they just more traditional bikes?
E-bikes are always available, absolutely. Typically, they will come with a little bit higher cost, depending on the city. I know we do them in DC as well, and I think there's a little bit of an upgrade charge for the e-bike there. I'm not 100% sure if it's an upgrade charge in New York City, but I know they are available, yes.
Okay.
And if you have people that don't want to pedal too, we always have our pedicab tours, which are a hit.
Yes, yeah, that is probably a lot of fun as well.
They are, or the horse and carriage. Yep, absolutely. A lot of options if you don't want to hoof it, right?
Right, exactly. Do you know on your website on the area for advisors, do you have some of these flyers available for advisors to go do sort of a self-service download for what they might need?
We absolutely do, and you'll find that button in the upper right-hand corner of the homepage. Travel advisors can log in there, and you'll find all of the downloads that we offer currently.
Okay, good. Thank you. What about advisors who have clients coming in for cruise? Are you able to assist with pre or post cruise experiences?
Oh, 100%. Yep, absolutely. And that, yeah, and that would be typically, we actually, I know somebody had asked about consortia. If you're a member of the signature consortia, I actually have they have it separated out, basically regular tour itineraries and those that are good for cruise excursions. So we actually have them separated out on there, so you could actually look there. But pretty much any type of excursion, like, and I know you said pre or post, and yeah, that's absolutely, we can do that. But even if it's a cruise that's just like docks in New York for the day, we've had people just take offshore excursions beyond Times Square. So keep that in mind. That's also an opportunity.
Yeah, okay, good, good. So what about rates for travel advisors? Are you ever able to offer rates to travel advisors, or do you ever have organized FAMs?
We have FAM opportunities, and that would be, you can find out all that information by reaching out to our sales team, which that information is on our website as well.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
We
Well,
love
this
our
has
travel advisors to be able to experience it. So obviously, we all know experiencing it, you can always sell it better.
That's right. That's right, for sure. Well, this has been fun. Thank you so much, Carol. I am going to turn it back to you for closing comments.
I feel like I never left, Lee, but sure, absolutely. Just a reminder, and I know we just talked about this, but this is my closing comment. All attendees of this webinar are going to receive early access to our new BTSQ Signature Experiences destination brochures. That will come with a sampling of what the new hotel packages will look like. They will be both branded and white labeled. They'll be sent in a follow-up email to you early next week. And as always, you can share those white labeled ones directly with your clients. If you have particular other, you go, first of all, go onto the website and click on the travel advisor link, and there you'll see many more brochures there. But if there's something that you're looking for, we do have a marketing package. I know if you'd like to promote our Thanksgiving event or anything else in particular, please reach out now. So I will get that list when this is over from Lee, and I can pass it on to my manager, Danny, and we can get you what you need. In the meantime, for travel and booking inquiries, you can call us. We're at 212-564-1001, or you can always email us at sales@btsq.com, and that information is also under the Contact Us information tab on our main website page. And that would be it.
That was great. Thank you again, Carol. So much fun, and we appreciate all of you who joined in today. And we will, as Carol said, be getting materials out to you. So thanks again for being with us. And with that, we will conclude our webinar. Goodbye, everybody.